Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, this is Flying Pig United. However, I am not Mr. Pig. I am the United man, Shane. Unfortunately, ladies and gents, our good friend Pig is suffering literally from what I can describe is horrendous back pains. And I was watching a little bit of the stream with regards to the FIFA stream earlier, from last night, and realistically, Pig is a legend in the game, and I'm grateful for him to give me this opportunity in terms of helping him out. I'm going to be going through all the latest transfer news for you guys. That's including the latest on the Caicedo transfer. Obviously, Ethan Laird, as you can see, is on the thumbnail, is on there as well, going out on loan. Obviously, we need to touch on the Diallo deal as well, which obviously that's the first transfer with the new Brexit deals in. So thank you very much for joining us today, guys. Myself and Pig are going to be working together a lot more in the future as well. You may have seen me on some of the streams before with Pig. Absolutely loved it. It's absolute legend. So thank you very much, guys, for having me on here today as well. Before I get started, just want to do a little meet and greet to everyone some of the people in the chat. Adam Talk Sports, how you doing, mate? Charlie Cottrell, Madder Floyd, obviously Pig's gonna be watching from afar as well. Fire Up, how you doing? Who else we got in there? Aaron Homeyard, I think. My computer's a little bit far away. I possibly need glasses. We'll see. Samuel Ingram, Dave Lucas, Palmeiras. What's going on, everyone? Thank you very much for joining. Rosh Marno's in the stream as always. Francois as well, guys. Much appreciated for you joining the stream. As I said before, I'm just standing in. So if you're switching on and you're thinking, who's that guy? Who's that guy sitting on my favourite YouTubers, Manchester United YouTuber seat? I am the United man, aka Shane, just filling in for Pig as he is suffering with a very bad back. So, as I said, just doing a quick meet and greet there, guys. I wanted to touch on, first and foremost, as it is on the thumbnail, the Caicedo transfer as well. This one's been rambling on. We will go through everything else as we get through. We're going to be touching on the right back situation, as it looks like we're linked with quite a few at the minute. My first thought, I'm going to give you my first thought with regards to this Caicedo transfer, and it's a bit of a backstory, so stick with me. The Caicedo transfer is one that smacks of Manchester United changing their transfer ethos at the moment. As you see, we've signed Pelistri, as you see, we've signed Diallo, obviously yesterday. Now, this move, I'm not going to pretend that I've seen loads and loads of this guy, but from what's been reported is there's a Premier League club. This is from the Independiente, who Caicedo is with at the moment. There is a Premier League club, or clubs I should say, interested, West Ham being one of them. So it's not just us, we're under threat. What they've said is, however, a contract is due to sign. We're not going to disclose who that Premier League club is, although West Ham has been heavily credited with being linked to Caicedo as well. Going to sign a contract. He's travelling to England next week, and the transfer confirmation will be reviewed then. So stick with this one at the moment. I'm just going to bring up some information on that one as well. It reads specifically, everything has arranged for the transfer of Moises Caicedo to the Premier League. The player will travel next week. The only thing missing is the signing of the contract. Then Independiente del Valle will announce which team Caicedo is joining. Obviously, we've been linked very heavily, as I've said beforehand. Now, Manchester United seem to be using their scouts quite a lot, and literally beforehand, under Van Gaal and Mourinho especially, it seemed like we, in terms of our scouting system, was not being used at all, unfortunately. So it's good to see we're getting back to basics. We're getting back to what Manchester United is and should be. But yeah, it's very encouraging. And guys, thank you very much for joining. Hit and smash that like button. if you're wanting Pig to come back and have a full and speedy recovery from his back injury, ladies and gents, please smash that like button. And if you're new to this stream, do not forget to subscribe. I've been a fan of Pigs for quite some time, and we just so happen to collaborate, and obviously now we're working together, and I just want to make sure that the channel's getting the most support it can. So make sure you smashing that like and subscribe button if you're new to the channel, guys. Palmeiras is in the house. What's going on? Big up Shane, and yeah, we've connected a few times. We've got a few noticeable faces that we've dealt with before as well. So thank you very much for joining the stream, ladies and gentlemen. It is an absolute pleasure to be representing for Pig this evening, and as I said before, hoping to do it a lot more in the future. Before we move on, I did just want to jump on. I just seen a chat coming through. The 199 chat coming through. Thank you very much, Alex. Much appreciated, brother. How's it going? What I will be doing, guys, because my stream's running a little bit slow, I think. Let's have a look here. So Greaves, M Greaves has said, I'm confused. As I was mentioning before, guys, just filling in for Pig today as he's struggling with some back injuries. But let's get back to the latest transfer news. Before I touch on all the information and Diallo, let's go to the right back situation, which is somewhat of a bit of a conundrum at the minute, because we're linked with quite a few. We've got Diallo on loan, obviously returning back in the summer. Kieran Trippier I've been linked with. We've been linked with Max Aarons as well. And Max Aaron once has gathered a bit of pace, and so has Kieran Trippier. Now, I can hear some of you saying, well, why are we being linked with some of these guys when we've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the best one-on-one defender in the Premier League, in Europe? Come on, Wan-Bissaka. I hear you asking that question, so I'm going to answer that for you with regards to the fact that statistically, Aaron Wan-Bissaka has not been the best wing-back going forwards. As we all know, we've all watched the games, he's fantastic defending, not the best in defensive position. It's not the best going forwards, unfortunately. And we have been linked with several attacking wing backs. Let's not panic in relation to what's going to happen with Wan-Bissaka, let's say, but it's gathering some pace. Now we're basically looking at chances created, and Wan-Bissaka unfortunately isn't the highest rated in that category. Obviously, in terms of compared to what the likes of Kieran Trippier has done previously, compared to what the likes of Max Aarons is doing. Manchester United, it reads in regards to the quote in terms of why we're pursuing other right backs. Manchester United looking to bring in an established right back to provide competition for Aaron Wan-Bissaka in the same way Alex Telles has challenged Luke Shaw on the left flank. Top of United's list is Kieran Trippier, and understands a deal for this month was discussed before the FA handed England international a 10-week ban for betting offences. Now, that makes for interesting reading, guys, literally, because where we sit at the moment, Alex Telles on the left-hand side, Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the right-hand side would be my preference for starting wing-backs, purely because Alex Telles is fantastic going forwards and good defensively. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is a beast defensively, decent going forwards at best, I'd say. He's not obviously your the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Kieran Trippier for that matter. So I suppose I don't know what that's going to look like, though, in all honesty. Guys, if you have an opinion on that in terms of, as I say, Kieran Trippier and Max Aarons, be interesting to see your comments. And because, as I said, for me, it'd be a fantastic balance having Telles consistently with Luke Shaw and having Wan-Bissaka mixed with, I don't know, Axel Tuanzebe as the backup right back. Quite a strange one, but as we say, you can never have too many good players, one would think. but it just depends on the management structure. I'll just jump back into the comments and see if you guys have put anything down with regards to your opinion on the right back situation. So let's have a look. Right, so people are making some funny comments in regards to this stream. I don't know who this one belongs to, but yeah, peek out now. Keep Shane, guys. You can't. I don't know who that is, and it's someone obviously trolling on purpose there as well. But yeah, so I'll go back to a comment there from Tom Hardy. What's happened to Caicedo? Is he coming? So just in relation to that comment there from Tom Hardy, just going back to the Caicedo ones, he is linked with Manchester United or a host of Premier League clubs, one of those being West Ham. Now, in terms of formal bids, Independiente are not going to disclose what clubs have formalised a bid for Caicedo. It is at the moment, there has been a bid. They won't specify who. Until the contract's been signed. The player is due to travel to England next week and make that, I suppose, signing official. But Independiente will then make it known what club that is, and we'll obviously get some more structure around where we are with that deal. For me, as I was sort of touched on earlier, for those of you that missed that, Caicedo and that transfer, in terms of, because I think I've seen reports around sort of like as little as 5 million being banded around for the price of him. That transfer for me smacks of Manchester United. As I've said before, this is purely for the people that missed it earlier. Manchester United's transfer ethos is somewhat changing. We're not just going out for the big names in terms of trying to get shirt sales, i.e. your Paulo Dybalas, and all those kind of guys. We're making the right signings for not just now, but for 5-10 years in the future as well. Hence why we've gone out and signed a load of youth players as well for the under 16s, under 18s as well, and obviously under 23s with Pellistri and Diallo more recently. So for me, these signings that we're making is an absolute fantastic sign that Manchester United are on the right path in terms of structurally as a club. Now, as I mentioned before, we did go away from that with some previous managers, Jose Mourinho especially. But if we are making those types of signings like we have done, the proof is in the pudding, as they say. And I would like to see us continue to do so. Now, I think I was looking at some of the players that we've signed recently, and some that's left in terms of our new transfer ethos. For example, Edinson Cavani, that deal was done on a free. We picked up his contract that was expired. Amad Diallo, obviously 25 million with add-ons, potentially taken up to 37. Now, for me, those add-ons for the deals, they're crucial. They're absolutely crucial, because if those add-ons are paid, it means that he's reached his potential, i.e. the add-ons may consist of Premier League winner, Golden Boot, Ballon d'Or winner, whatever they are. It will be incentive based on how successful he is. If not, we just end up paying, if he doesn't reach that potential, we end up paying 25 million for a potentially very, very good very good player. Pellistri, for example, I think that was 9 million. Alex Telles, 15 million. Van der Beek, 39 million. But what I liked about all these deals, there wasn't a massively long saga running on from them, like it was, for example, with Harry Maguire, that lasted almost two summer transfer windows. Wan-Bissaka, all our businesses always known. The Van der Beek deal, for example, we heard about that for about a week, and a week later the deal was done. I love those types of deals. Absolutely loving it, guys. So I'm hoping that we're in the right direction, even in regards to the players that Ollie's, I suppose, gotten rid of. Smalling, Sanchez, Gomez. That wasn't a choice of mine in terms of the Angel Gomez deal, but Tahith Chong on loan, Diego Dallo, Ghana, Andreas Pereira, Joel Pereira, Romero and Marcus Rojo being the most recent ones now. And that takes me nicely onto my next point as well. Now, it's been reported that Marcus Rojo, the danger man, the madhead, the crazy beast, the crazy Argentinian, is being reported that he'll be leaving as his contract is up this summer. He'll be leaving in January, and the same can be said for Romero. Unfortunately, he was a favourite of mine, but he was getting no play with Dean Henderson coming back on. I swore there, guys. I swore. I nearly said Jordan Henderson. I don't know if you caught that. I nearly swore there, so apologies there. Dean Henderson coming back off a 2-season loan with Sheffield United. Obviously, Romero's not getting any game time. He's not getting any play. So, unfortunately, there's not a lot of space to have 3 very, very good keepers in the squad. So, his contract's up this year. He was a favourite of mine. Unfortunately, he needs to play football. And the same can be said for Rojo. He wasn't a favourite of mine. He was a bit too crazy for me. To have Eric Bailly and Marcus Rojo, the tough tacklers who, they just put their foot in anywhere and their head in anywhere. To have them both starting, it would have been absolutely horrendous on a regular basis. So, yeah. Let's go back to the comments then, guys. J Blood MUFC, yo, Pig is saying, just standing in, absolutely loving it. Thank you very much, guys. Jermaine Francis, he is not going to Manchester United, says Jermaine Francis there. I've only seen reports based on clubs that have potentially put in bids. I'm assuming you're speaking about Moises Caicedo there. What else we got down there? Have you seen Romano's tweet? Yes. Okay. We'll be going through those shortly as well. Okay. Evening Legend says talk MU. 58 likes, says Rushmano. Let's get hitting those likes first, guys. Let's get hitting those likes. Support the channel, guys. Support Flying Pig United, as it is a fantastic channel. And I am standing in for your normal host and a friend of mine, Mr. Flying Pig himself. Fire Up says, very good presenter this. Is this the Flying Pig Bison? I love that one. Is this the Flying Pig Bison? Listen, we'll have to speak to Mr. Flying Pig on whether or not I adopt that name, but I love that one. I saw a comment there about Caicedo saw how we treated. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, Caicedo saw how we was treating Donny van der Beek. Okay, so yes, all right. I that's a very good point there. I'm seeing a lot of comments there. Is Caicedo any good? I've not seen him much. In relation to Caicedo, guys and girls, I've only seen. I'm not someone that professes to know a lot about someone I don't know a lot about. So with Caicedo, I've only seen YouTube clips. I've seen a scout report as well on YouTube with relation to Caicedo in terms of his attributes. What you can see, what the eye test won't lie to you about on YouTube videos is that he's physically gifted. He's seems somewhat athletic, but again, this is going off YouTube clips. On the YouTube scouting report, it's saying that he's tough in the tackle, very athletic, and the fact that he is unafraid. He makes short, simple passes. But again, this is just speculation based on a YouTube scouting video, guys. So in terms of how good he is, what his potential is, you can only go. I really don't like going off YouTube videos. However, from what I've seen on YouTube video, he looks like he loves a tackle. He looks like he likes to try and jink past players, so the ball's stuck to his feet essentially. He knows where the goal is. From what I've seen, sometimes touch lacks, but this is only from YouTube videos, ladies and gentlemen. So we cannot take much from that. So what can we say? I can't tell you if he's good or not. Diallo I've seen a lot more of because sometimes I'm watching some of the youth football. And I've seen him playing more for the Atalanta youth. Well, it's like the what we'd call the under 23s. Seen him play a lot more for that, but again, that's just on TV. Never seen him play in the flesh. So all we can do, I suppose, is trust the process, trust in Ollie, trust the fact that he's gone to his scouting department. He said, for example, Ollie saw Diallo himself, so he was happy with what he saw. He was happy with the scouting report. It's one of those. We can only go and trust in Ollie as well. Whilst I'm on the Diallo subject, I did want to touch on some of the nuances of that deal. as I mentioned before, it was a £25 million deal with potentially 12 million and add-ons. And as I mentioned before, those add-ons, I like those add-ons purely because they're not guaranteed payments to the clubs. If it's incentive based on what Manchester United achieve and what Amad Diallo achieve, it could end up as a steal. For example, if he never wins the Ballon d'Or, if that's one of his add-ons, say for example that's £5 million of his add-on. If he never wins that, but he ends up being, for example, as good as Wayne Rooney. You know, Wayne Rooney never won the Ballon d'Or. That's an absolute steal because he's never going to win the Ballon d'Or, but yet he ends up being Manchester United all-time goal scorer. I'm just speculating here, guys, but I'm just saying I love the add-ons because it's incentive based and it means we're not forking out an obscene amount from the get-go. 25 million if he doesn't win the Ballon d'Or, but he ends up being, you know, say for example, what's worst case scenario? He could be, I don't know, say worst case scenario, he could be a Jemba. I don't see that being the case because, like Ollie said, he's watched him himself. Ollie is excited about the prospect of Amad Diallo. He's obviously had a load of scouts watching him. Manchester United have apparently been watching the kid since he was 14 years of age. So that's 4 years worth of scouting. So for me, that's a lot of scouting to be done before you purchase a player. I think they pulled the trigger based on the fact, though, that we were having a lot of interest from other clubs. So rather than risk losing him, for example, what happened with Erling Haaland, the club didn't go out on a limb and spend 18 million on Erling Haaland, and now look at him. So, for example, there's players like Mason Greenwood may never win the Ballon d'Or, but you can see his huge potential. So for me, that's why I love the add-ons as well. And it was released today that I believe he's going to be wearing the number 19 shirt, which is, yeah, I don't know the significance behind that, but fair play to him. He could make that number historic for Manchester United. You never know. Now, there was an interesting point that was made with regards to Diallo. He is the first player under the new Brexit laws that has been signed, and does that mean anything? I don't know, but it's post-Brexit rules, and the fact that we've signed him, maybe it may mean something, maybe it doesn't. But that's one of the things. I like the fact that he's not having to quarantine as well, because he was within the Atalanta bubble. He doesn't have to quarantine. Absolutely love that. So that means he can link up with the squad, link up with his new teammates, whether that's, I'm assuming it's going to be the first team. I'm hoping it's going to be the first team. Who knows? But I believe we've bought him. I saw, I believe it was, who was it now? It was a tweet I seen, and it was saying that Amad Diallo is expected to be immediately involved in the under-23s as opposed to being involved with the Manchester United squad in terms of playing games. Not necessarily being involved with training wise, he'll be involved with the first team, one would expect, like Pellistri. But in terms of playing games, he'd more likely start off with the under-23s, give him a chance to, I think that was Romano actually, give him a chance to bed in to English lifestyle and the culture. He's not a player that we need to thrust into the limelight straight away because we're desperate for a player in that position at all. So yeah, really happy with that, the fact that we're making these signings and we're thinking about it, we're taking our time. Now it's been well reported he made 5 senior appearances for Atalanta, scoring 1 goal, that 1 goal coming on his debut. Now I did see that clip on YouTube as well. Very direct, very skillful, very quick. He reminds me of what Mason Greenwood likes to do. Very direct, wants to go at his defender. We'll see, he seems to be a little bit quicker across the ground. He's quite slight in build, so a lot of those players are technically very gifted, and as I say, quite quick as well, like Daniel James. Not saying he's Daniel James quick, just saying he's quite quick. Also, what was excuse me. What was interesting was the fact that we've been making signings that are in advance. So I don't previously recollect the fact that Manchester United are making signings. Say, for example, we're in October and we've got a signing ready made for when January transfer window opens like this one. I'm loving the fact that Manchester United are doing business like this as well. And yeah, I'm just hoping that we continue this way, in all honesty. Guys, keep on supporting the channel. We've got 76 people in here. Keep hitting that like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to Flying Pig United. As I said before, guys, just standing in for my friend Pig, who is absolutely suffering with chronic back pain. So guys, make sure you're hitting that like button if you wanted to see an absolutely fast and speedy recovery from Pig. We will be working together again closely in the near future, but make sure you're hitting that like button, get all that support necessary needed for Pig, please, to help him with his recovery. Now, interesting comment here. Where's that gone? Find that one. That was gone. Where's it gone to? Where's it gone? Why has my screen gone blank? See, now I'm having speed issues on my screen, guys, so you'll have to bear with me. Absolutely have to bear with me. Do apologise. There it goes. So it's from Gary Finnegan. If we had better owners who backed our managers, we would get the deals done quicker and get who we wanted, not second choice. So what I was going to jump on the bandwagon with that comment was with relation to, now we've made signings in the past, and not too distant past, where they were our second options or third options. For example, Odion Diallo, who's going to be featuring, obviously Ollie's already let us know he's going to be featuring in the game against Watford. He was not our first choice. Obviously, we needed a different alternative for striker. Odion Diallo was sort of like the third choice. Diallo jumped at the opportunity because of obviously he's a Manchester United fan, which I love, by the way. But Erling Haaland was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's first choice. The reason it's reported that we didn't end up signing Erling Haaland was purely because Borussia Dortmund went there, said, right, we want you to be our guy, we want you to be our number 9. Come to Borussia Dortmund, you know we develop players, you know you're going to be starting. Whereas Man United, on the other hand, was like, well, yeah, we like you as a player, but we're just not sure. You may start, you may not, who knows? So that said to Erling Haaland, well, these guys clearly aren't serious about signing me. These guys clear as day aren't serious about starting me. So I'm going to go somewhere where I can develop, I can start week in, week out and showcase my abilities. 18 million we missed out on him for. That was one of the signings that Ollie wanted. Ollie already had a relationship with him, and that's why I wanted to pick up on that comment as well, because if the board are backing Manchester United, are backing the managers, for example, Harry Maguire, he was bought a year later. Mourinho wanted him the year before. The board didn't back him. We didn't lose out on him, but the board didn't back him because they didn't want to pay the 85 million that we inevitably ended up spending on him anyway. So just wanted to pick up on that point there from Gary Finnegan. Just put it on the screen there, and it was a very, very good point, and I think it's poignant. I really, really do. If the board is backing us, back us. If the board's going to back the manager, back the manager. Don't do it half-hearted. Make sure we're doing it wholeheartedly. Make sure we're hitting that like button, guys, and subscribing. As I said beforehand, need to support the channel. Make sure we're going to help this channel grow, because I'm hoping to do a load more with Pig going forwards. Now, I did need to go back to one of the transfer developing stories. Now, it's in relation to Ethan Laird. Ethan Laird going on loan, and that's a right back. That's a right back. So Manchester United pursuing Max Aarons and Kieran Trippier, reportedly. Kieran Trippier, that one makes a lot of sense because he's experienced. He's 30 years of age. In terms of going forward, crossing the ball, he's absolutely fantastic. Very good at free kicks as well. Defensively, decent as well. He's not bad. He's playing for Atletico Madrid and Diego Simeone. So, you know, it had legs basically before he had the ban. So that transfer makes sense. Like the Alex Telles deal sort of does, obviously, in terms of creating competition. quality competition as we do up the top of the pitch. We need to, however, make sure that happens in the centre back position. So it's no good. To be fair, in all honesty, it's no good having competition up the top if we're light at the back, because obviously we're just going to be conceding goals left, right, and centre. Go to the. Yeah, I'm just going to touch on, because for those of you who missed it a bit earlier, Marcus Rojo and Sergio Romero are said to be leaving. Obviously, Ollie mentioning that they're both going to be leaving in January because their deals are running out end of this season. Asked Ollie about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer about the future of the duo Marcus Rojo and Sergio Romero. Both of them have contracts until the summer, and they're not going to be extended. We're looking for them to find clubs. So, unfortunately, it's the end of an era for especially Sergio Romero, who is a favourite of mine. The fact that he's been, for me, he's been a Manchester United secondary legend. Let's say I've just made that up, but yeah, it's a bit sad to see him go. But like I said, we've got Dean Henderson back now. We've got David De Gea. Let's see how it goes. Saying also in regards to Ethan Laird deal, Manchester United defender Ethan Laird has joined MK Dons on loan for the remainder of the 2021 season. The 19-year-old, who has been with United since the age of 10, embarks on his first temporary move away from the club. Laird has made his senior bow last season in the Europa League tie against Astana, and also featured against AZ Alkmaar at Old Trafford on the following week. The fullback joins the Dons following significant interest in taking him on loan. He is set to feature in an attacking system and excellent playing environment with the League One outfit, which is encouraging. Let's just say there, it's very, very encouraging to see the fact that we're getting players out on loan. Now, I do want to make a point on, because we never seem to loan out our potentially high potential youngsters. Sitting in the under 18s or the under 23s, rotting as it were, is no good realistically, because if you're loaning players out, you're getting them match experience. You're putting them out there in first team football. You're putting them in the most competitive situation that you can. So the fact that we're loaning players out, not only that does it increase their potential or their chances of reaching their potential, but it also creates interest. So say, for example, we want to sell that player in a season because we're stacked in that position. Then we've already got high interest in that position, so in that player. So we can then look to move him on for a decent fee, rather than always consistently letting players go for menial fees. Chris Smalling, 18 million, but he's going to go and start for Roma. If we didn't loan him out, we probably would have let him go on the free. So we've garnered that interest from him going out on loan, starting for another team, and brought in a nice little chunk of change as well. So yeah, absolutely loving the fact that we're getting our high potential youngsters out on loan as well. So yeah, absolutely loving it. Where's that gone now? Just seen another. That was it. Alex Rincon says, makes sense for Caicedo to go to Everton because their defensive midfielders are Allen and Decore, who are both 30, and Davis is not very good. Well, I suppose Davis isn't the best. I know he wanted guaranteed games, and maybe we can't offer that like Jude Bellingham, and that, my friends, is the reason why we didn't sign Jude Bellingham either. But it's the reason why he chose Borussia Dortmund. It's the reason why Erling Haaland chose Borussia Dortmund. So yeah, absolutely, guys, keep hitting that like button. Keep supporting the channel, Flying Pig. Absolutely loving you guys. Absolutely fantastic. Much appreciated for you supporting the channel. Right, another super chat there from Zayn Masai. We are getting up in Meccano. Diego Costa is in the summer. Do you want Ozil? You have him for free. We have him for free. Mesut Ozil, for me, attitude is huge for me with players. I know it is with Solskjaer. Well, I know Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. How you doing, Ollie, mate? What do you reckon to Ozil? No. Ozil, for me, you need to have the right attitude. And if someone's going to upset the changing rooms, you kind of want to steer clear from them, in all honesty. I don't feel like it's going to be of benefit us if we could even get Mesut Ozil for free. Dale Upamecano, on the other hand, absolute beast, absolute legend. If we could sign him tomorrow, I really would. I just don't know if it's going to be the case this January. If we could make that happen, fantastic. But I just don't know if that's going to happen, unfortunately. I'd love him. I'd absolutely love him. That being said, we do have a couple of players that could do a job there as well. We're looking at potential in players. We've got Axel Tuanzebe, who absolutely starred for Aston Villa when he was out on loan for them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen, but yeah, we shall see. You need to buy a lot when you face us at the Emirates, says Zayn Massey again with the $4.99 super chat. Zayn is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Shots fired, sparks flying. Absolutely love it, Zayn. You need to buy a lot when you face us at the Emirates. I love that confidence. I absolutely love that confidence. Zayn, listen, what... Oh dear me. Okay, so Zayn's putting it out there. Look, we need to buy players. I don't know if you guys saw the other super chat with regards to Upamecano as well. We need to buy players. So you're suggesting Upamecano, who I absolutely love. I would go as far as saying that Arsenal aren't exactly the greatest defensively, so you guys could do with Upamecano as well. But don't get me wrong, guys. I absolutely want and would love to see Dale Upamecano at Manchester United. Diego Costa is someone that he throws some elbows around, man. He really does. I just don't know if he'd suit us. We've got Edinson Cavani, we've got Mason Greenwood, Martial, Rashford. Odion Igalo's still here for the time being, and will feature obviously in the Watford game. Diego Costa, he's somewhat of a maverick, isn't he? Been ousted at Atletico Madrid. But yeah, it's just one of those. It's gonna be the case that if we pick up players like Diego Costa, I think we're kind of going in the wrong direction. Maybe Arsenal could do with him. I don't know. Read this super chat, said Zayn Massey. I'm reading them, Zayn, but my comments box is a little bit behind the stream. I'm assuming. Yeah, but listen. Zayn's telling us that we need players to go and beat Arsenal at the Emirates. Is that something that we Zayn, thank you very much for the super chats there, by the way, my friend. Guys, are we in agreement to beat Arsenal? We need the likes of Diego Costa, Dale Upamecano. Listen, I'll say all day long, if we could get him tomorrow, let's get it done. But yeah, that's some confidence there from Zayn. I absolutely love it. Kayam saying at the United man, Zayn is an Arsenal fan trying to banter us. He is, and I absolutely love the banter. Bring it on all day. Liverpool fans, City fans, Arsenal fans, let's have it. Let's be having you. Let's be having you. My chair is sinking. I'm probably a bit too heavy for this chair now. Yeah, I think that's probably what it comes down to. Zayn is in the house, ladies and gentlemen, giving it some love to the United fans. Much appreciated though for the hype there, though Zayn. I hate Liverpool. They suck, says Jim Watkins. Couldn't agree with you more. What about Leeds? Let's not forget about Leeds. Listen, I'm not biased against other teams, but there are certain teams that I loathe. Liverpool, one of them, Leeds are the other. Arsenal, I can stand them because they're not, I wouldn't say they worry us too much, would you? I wouldn't say so. Zayn, I'm bantering you back, my friend. I'm bantering you back, Zayn. Yeah. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Good question. He was saying Arsenal are getting Diego Costa and Upamecano. I see. I don't think so. Zayn, I don't think so, my friend. I've got a question though to put out to you guys with this right back situation. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka, assisted Martial's last goal, coming down the right hand side, dinked it back. Martial, nice little header to the right of the goalkeeper. Now I think how many goals is can anyone find that out? How many goals Wan-Bissaka has assisted this season? That would be really, really interesting to find out. Versus Luke Shaw. That would be really interesting to find out. I can't really have a look just yet, but that's really, really, really interesting. I'd like to see that one in all honesty, guys. Yeah. But we've still got something to touch upon with regards to our transfers, guys. The next one I wanted to look at was tell me what you think about this one, guys, because I'm a bit of a fan. Is Brandon Williams? Brandon Williams is said to be going out on loan, or wanting to go out on loan, because he's been playing predominantly in the under-23s this season, and the lack of opportunities in the first team this season has led to him wanting to go out on loan, and his preference is a Premier League club. Southampton have been linked with wanting to pick up Brandon Williams for the remainder of the season. Let's go to see what it's saying in the MEN about Brandon Williams. Manchester United player Brandon Williams wants Premier League loan. Brandon Williams has not started in the Premier League since March, and his Man United appearance was for the Manchester United appearances was for the under-23s. Brandon Williams is prepared to leave Manchester United on loan this month amid lack of playing time in the Premier League. The MEN understands Newcastle have expressed interest, and Southampton appeal to the fullback Brandon Williams, who's it's unfortunate. I do like Brandon Williams. He could be the backup, but as I said before, it's good that we're looking to loan out our high potential players. Southampton made a late inquiry about Williams 20 on deadline date in October, and he has not started for United since. Williams has played 6 minutes in the league all season and has not started a top flight game since the 2-0 victory over City in March last year. His only starts for United this term were in the Carabao Cup wins over Luton and Brighton in September. And Williams has also lined up twice for the under-23s. Kyle Walker-Peters and Ryan Bertrand are firmly established as Southampton fullbacks. Kyle Walker-Peters, I've seen him playing the other day against Liverpool when they beat Liverpool 1-0. And the amount of times Kyle Walker-Peters give the ball away. And like Brandon Williams absolutely loves the tackle. So for me, he slots right into that right back position. And if the Saints were comfortable with Kyle Walker-Peters at right back, I don't think they'd be knocking on Man United's door looking at Brandon Williams, who's younger. Like I say, loves the tackle. He can play left and right back. Predominantly right-footed, but obviously well established in the left-back position. So that means he can play both full-back positions. For me, Ryan Bertrand, you wouldn't need to change him in the Southampton lineup. But yeah, the pair has missed one league game between them this term, but coach Ralph Hasenhüttl is short of cover, and Williams is a right-footed left-back. Well, yeah, but he also plays right-back. Okay, that was a strange one. In any case, yeah, let me know what you think about that, guys. I'm not best pleased with that one, because I like Brandon Williams, right-footed left back. Yeah, can play left back really well. Obviously, naturally a right back. I like him going forward as well. Tons of energy. Loves a tackle as well. Defensively, probably not as good as Wan-Bissaka, obviously. Wan-Bissaka probably, for me, sits on a pedestal as an elite wing-back, as a defender, not going forward just as a defender. And for me, that's what, I don't know. I'm not too sure about that one. Because we've got Diego Diallo out on loan as well. And we're linked with Kieran Trippier. Makes sense. I suppose he's 30, as I mentioned before. But to be linked with Max Aarons when we've got Ethan Laird, just confirmed, gone out on loan. We've got, obviously, Brandon Williams looking going on loan. Them two are, I think both younger than Max Aarons, are they? But yeah. So, yeah, in my question with regards to who's got how many assists Wan-Bissaka's got, I'm seeing some of you guys put in one assist for Wan-Bissaka, one for Telles, and one for Shaw. That's Dylan Gill there. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'd like to, if that's correct, then okay. Kieran Trippier, he's an assist maestro from the wing back position, very good at set pieces, corners and free kicks. So that one kind of makes a lot of sense in all honesty. But I don't know, if you're buying a Kieran Trippier, he starts for Atletico Madrid. Would he want to come and fight for a place at the, he's in his prime now, essentially. Years of 27 to 32, you're supposed to be in your footballing prime. So would he want to come to Manchester United and, I don't know, fight for a place there? I don't know. Like I said, for me, Wan-Bissaka, outstanding defender. Yeah, I don't know. Patrick saying, Shazad Ahmed, enjoy why I'm not happy. United must sign someone ASAP. Who would you want to sign then, Patrick? Who would you want to sign? ADV says Brandon needs a good loan opportunity. He is a good development player. I completely agree, but I feel like him and Wan-Bissaka could do it tandem. So I'm not too sure why Ollie hasn't been playing him, to be fair. Okay. Let's go back. Okay. But yeah, I'm not too sure why Ollie's not been playing Brandon Williams. Like I said, he plays left and right back. Not too sure. The Cake Cadet with a £10 super chat. Thank you very much. Okay, we do not train to be merciful here. Mercy is for the weak. Here in the streets, I see where you're going with this. Here in the streets, in the competition, a man confronts you. He is the enemy, and enemy deserves no mercy. Come on, United! I love it. I'm loving that one. The Cake Cadet. Listen, Sensi Crease. Yeah, I like that quote from the Sensi Crease. Listen, I love stuff like that. Listen, I do. Absolutely do. And thank you very much for supporting the channel. The Cake Cadet there with the lyrics. Absolutely with the lyrics. Guys, get hitting that like button. Get smashing that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Make sure you're sharing as well and loving the engagement in the comments as well, guys. That's why we do it. Absolutely love conversing with the Manchester United community. Absolutely, this is why we do it. So yeah, United will sell. United will send January in the summer bottling. We'll see. Hopefully we make some big moves there. Okay, where's that just gone there? Okay, so Liverpool, Sadio Mane, Jim Watkins, not at Anfield, maybe an Old Trafford, but not Anfield. Okay, so you guys are carrying on from that one there from beforehand. Do you know what I love? Absolutely love about the banter between clubs is the fact that everybody's right, no one's wrong. So my opinions on my team are always going to be right, but my opinions about Liverpool, for example, are wrong. I'm always going to be right, but never going to be wrong. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. I'm just looking forward to playing Arsenal now with Zane getting everything hyped in here. G Wolf United saying hiya bro, how are you, Shane? Listen, I'm absolutely loving stepping in for Pig, who's, like I said, guys, he's been struggling. He was pepped up on that FIFA stream. You could see with the glasses and everything. So, guys, make sure you're supporting this channel and wishing Pig a speedy recovery. But yeah, much appreciated for the site for the support, guys. Absolutely loving it. Talk MU says, just remember that the Glazers employ Woodward and co to manage the finances of the club, and as long as they keep the books in order, the owners have no decisions but to make Woodward out. Okay, that's an interesting one there. With regards to Woodward and Matt Judge and all the rest of the financial guys, what's your opinion on them? Because in terms of now, the club year in year out financially has done absolutely fantastic, but we're still in a load of debt. So we obviously know that they're absolutely rinsing the club of its money and of its dough. But yeah, I don't know. We've been linked with a director of football or whatever the term is now, but for a long time. And I think that's the difference. We do need to get some sort of continuity in regards to our transfers. If you can't be missing out on players like Jude Bellingham, you can't be missing out on players like Erling Haaland. You just can't. It's not good. It's not good at all. I feel like we need to be ruthless, as mentioned. I'd just like to see us do a little bit more in terms of the deals that we're missing out on, the Erling Haalands of this world, the Jude Bellinghams of this world. I'm just going to jump back onto the... Where's that gone now? Yeah, there was a little bit on the Kieran Trippier that I just wanted to touch on as well. Touch back on, I should say, where it was mentioning about the 10-week ban. So Manchester United were in contact before the FA handed the England international a 10-week ban for betting offences. Now, with that, all the betting offences, I've seen that before with Italian players where they end up being, if you like, I think, what's the word? If you like, almost watched with relation to everything personal. That comes by the way of they end up getting tested more. I think it may just be in Italy, I don't know, but when they get done for betting offences, they end up being watched all the time. Where has it gone now? And just look for that. It did touch on that as well. Basically, what ends up happening is they end up spending the rest of the next 12 months being watched like a hawk. And what had actually happened to it was with an AC Milan player. He was watched like a hawk. He ended up looking at some bets. He didn't bet. He ended up looking at some bets, and he ended up getting banned for 12 months because it was his second betting offence. Now, I don't know if he's been banned from whatever Tom, Dick and Harry website, but you're just not allowed to bet as a professional footballer or professional sportsman. And if he was to come to Manchester United and end up looking at an app, which is what happened with one of the AC Milan right backs in the past, we'd be screwed. We'd have signed a player that's potentially going to be banned again. So for me, the risk versus reward on that one, I'm not too sure, in all honesty. So that one there, that just came back to me actually. I'm not too sure if that's a wise move. Let me know what you think, guys, in the comments with relation to the Kieran Trippier deal. I'd love to see him there, but is that too much of a risk? Is it too much when we've got, and that's what I mean, we've got Brandon Williams, but we're letting him go out alone. We've got Ethan Laird, but we're letting him go out alone. I understand if he cannot see or foresee them getting any game time at all to loan them out, but there's a lot of games that we played. There's a lot of games that will be played. We've played a lot of games, and there's been times that players have looked absolutely, completely fatigued. I don't know. Tell me what you think, guys, because some of these, like I said, Ethan Laird's gone. If we're looking at letting Brandon Williams go and then sign a right back, I don't know. It doesn't make too much sense to me. I'm just looking for... Where's that gone? Just looking for that link. Okay, anyway, that doesn't matter. But, guys, I'm so thrilled to be... to have joined you guys today on this stream. As I said, myself and hopefully Pig on Monday will be sitting down and going through a podcast together. I'm just mindful of the fact that he's struggling with his back, so I don't want to say to you guys that yes, we're going to be doing it and then we're not able to do it. But as I said before, myself and Pig have sat down, and we're definitely going to be working a lot more together in the near future. And hopefully what the plan is, going fast forward in the future, hopefully around April time, you never know, when we eventually get some fans back in the stadium, we'll be doing fan cams. So Flying Pig, ladies and gentlemen, will be doing fan cams. I don't know when fans are going to be back in the stadium. Obviously no one does with what's going on across the world, but Flying Pig United will be covering fan cams at the games. We'll be working out how many games we're covering, whether it's away games or just home games. We'll work that out. But as I said, support the channel. And guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. And I just want to say thank you to a load of guys that joined the stream. The Kate Cadet Berber, Jim Watkins, Ultra Whiz Boy, Samuel Ingram, Patrick, Rush Marno, legend, absolute legend in the game. Guys, ADV, love to you all, and like I say, much appreciated for supporting Flying Pig United. And guys, we'll be back, and we'll be back with all the latest news. We'll be back with all the latest so-called gossip, but we'll try and keep it 100% for you and break down the gossip from the truth. Guys, I've been the United Man, aka Shane. This has been Flying Pig United. Take care. God bless. Look after yourself. Stay safe.